Today we got with Provenlocks. Very fast shipping, I will say. I think I ordered it on Sunday. It's Wednesday afternoon, so that's came in. So we're gonna do a unboxing video with that. Like I said, never used their products before. This is my honest opinion with them. As y'all know, we did purchase a 24-foot trailer, and it is, safely secured of where it's at right now. But we're kind of wanting to free some room up, so we are renting out a little spot at a storage facility to store the trailer at when we're not using. Yes, I could have went to the name brand stores and bought a trailer lock, put a chain around the tires, removed the hitch, but it kind of comes at inconvenience of when I have to go hook up to it. And like I said, we're going to show you all the install of it as well. All in the same video. We went through, found our exact models of trailer hitch that we have. With this, we did do the, I believe it's the model 47 AC-100 spacer kit. Wasn't sure if we needed that or not, but it's like a $20 option. And I'd rather have them here versus, oh man, I need them, and then I got to order them. For an extra $1, they'll key everything the same. They can go to your previous orders, find out exactly which make model your lock is. And like I said, it's not like the standard, G56, 59 key that anybody can get their hands on. I believe what I kind of read is they make the keys in-house to that particular lock. So, trying to get, I guess a locksmith to come out to say, oh, this is my trailer, I locked it up, and let's say they don't do the right paperwork, or they don't actually verify that it's your trailer, this is what's going to protect you. Like I said, at the end of the day, every lock is just keeping an honest thief out, and that's what we're trying to do. But we'll say, you go look at some of their videos and what they put these things to. I mean, taking sledgehammers after repetitively. I believe they did that demonstration up in Nashville, Tennessee at the Trailer Expo. I did take a look at that, and that's kind of what sold me with them. I know they was just letting bystanders just wail at it, and it was not breaking. So let's just get this last box unlocked and show y'all what we ended up buying. Like I said, they send you all the hardware. For one of them, we did the AC-100 model 47, and like what that's going to do is on my style trailer. Let me flip this camera around. So on my style trailer, technically the only thing, if you put you have your regular hitch out here, your 2 5/16 ball, you lock that. Well, it ain't nothing for somebody to bring some tools and pop this off, put their own hitch on, and they're gone. What this is going to do is it's going to put protective plate your lock on this side. So one, it locks these bolts in place, and then we bought the lock itself that goes on the neck. For right now, this is this is pretty safe. I mean, other than if someone had the exact same coupling, came in here, popped it out. Let's get to the products itself. What I could read was it's made in the USA. Genuine steel. It's not your Chinese stuff. It's not, everything. Wow, that's some pretty thick metal. I mean, I'd say that's minimally 1/4 inch, and almost a 1/2 inch. The lock itself, well, the padlock where it goes on, where it's will lock in everything. They did send me 2 sets of hardware. If you're using the spacer kit, you're going to get the longer hardware. If you don't have to use the spacer kit, it comes with all the hardware. I will say, spend the extra $20, get the spacer kit. If you use it, great. If you don't, hey, I mean, now you got metal shims for maybe a different project. That's the way I would see it. We did go with anodized black. For my case, I didn't see the need for the stainless. It wasn't a crazy upgrade for pricing, but at the same time, being black, you know, on the lock and everything else, it kind of hides it a little bit more, in my opinion. So maybe it might just take away from the look you lose. So it's just really that simple. Pops out, pops in. But the way they have it is, let's see here. So we got that locked down. And as you can tell, you have plenty of steel all around it. So trying to take a sledgehammer to it, putting a pry bar in it or anything like that, I don't really see it happening. Like I said, the videos I watched of the beatings they put on these things, I mean, they will hold. Like I said, this review is my first look. It is 100% like I went out and bought it my own, so you know, they didn't message me or anything. Like I said, I'm gonna tag them on my Instagram because I'll make a little reel doing this, you know, what I've gotten. So kind of going to the neck, that's stout. So same little box with the lock, and as you see, I'm gonna open this right up. I'm gonna leave these keys in here. I'm gonna grab the keys off the other lock. $1 more, they'll make sure the keys match. Why wouldn't you want to do that? So then now you don't have to keep up with two separate sets of keys. You know, if you want certain keys for certain trailers, you can do that. If you have a whole fleet of trailers, you want all the keys to be the same. You know, if you have employees or whatever, you know, they all can have the same key. And honestly, I don't see you making any kind of copies of that key without problem. So going to the main lock, comes in two different pieces. Ones will go up in the neck, lock in. So go right there. And then, like I said, that's another easily 1/4 inch steel. Very nice powder coat on it. So really it should just be as simple as, once you put the ball in, well, my bad, so it'll go, well, yep, right there. So it'll slide just right in to the front. So you'll slide this up in here, go right there. So with this kit, like I said, it goes on the front hitch part. That's what lock in the bolts so they cannot be cut off or anything like that. Like I said, I did order the spacer kit. Not too sure if we're going to have to run it or not. But like I said, $20 extra. Just go ahead and get it. You already have it. You're done. So going and moving along, the lock itself, the lock mechanism, and then the other side that kind of locks in your nuts. So with that being said, when this locks into the nuts, you can't be able to take a wrench and go inside of it, wrench it off or anything like that. So kind of give you all an example. Flat. You're not taking anything to do to be able to get it off. So with that being said, moving over to the other lock mechanism that we did pick up as well. The lock itself, the mechanism, like I said, this will slide into your 2 5/16 coupler. Goes in there. Once that locks in, I believe you actually can put your chains on this. We are going to test that theory out because I've seen a couple different ways. And then this slides on, lock goes in the front, locks it down, not going nowhere. So we're going to take our factory hardware, sit just right up here. So at first what we're going to do it without the spacer kit. We're going to see what it does with it and then see if we need it. I need a hammer. So we're going to use their supplied bolts that would normally come with the kit. using our washers, and we'll have to reuse the nuts. Top one in, your other one is going to go inside this lock. It does have recessed holes for multiple points. So we're going to throw that one right back in. And what that's going to do is lock that one down. Might have to look at instructions. This guy on. Will give us plenty of threads. And what's going to happen is, I haven't tested this on the new truck yet with the hitch and all that, so I'm kind of curious of where this is going to land. Might be taking it back off and resetting it up, but that's not such a big deal. Like I said, this trailer's been sitting outside in the snow, so kind of clean the threads up a little bit. Drop a nut. Alrighty. As you can see, I didn't look too hard. Purposes, we're at least going to put a bolt in here so it is somewhat lined up so it doesn't get out of line. So you're not redoing everything multiple times. Once I get to a certain point, it locks in right there. When in doubt, just read the instructions. Yeah, so we're just gonna read the instructions. Over. Tighten that down just to enough so it gets locked in. Bring this guy. Alright, bolt's not long enough, so we're going to come in here, longer bolt. Just for, I don't know, just so that a lot of editing in this video. Trying to eliminate to have so much thread on the outside, but I really don't think it's will matter, because I mean, even if you try to cut that off, you're still not going to get nowhere. Grandpa always told me, don't throw away nothing, because you never know. And for example, had an extra nut just laying around. Like I said, this bottom one is not really doing anything structurally. It is kind of just there. But at the same time, it'll help it lock everything in the place. So what we're going to do is tighten these top two. Give it a couple ugga-duggas. That's up to spec. They are countersunk in on this side, so it's to hide the shoulder of the bolt, and then on your other side, the nuts, you're not going to be able to get into them. So we're going to slide this guy on next. So that spacer kit actually did work out for us, so kind of glad we did pick one of those up. Then we're going to throw this nut on with the handy dandy impact. Like we all say, that ain't going nowhere. So like I said, your lock will go right here. That nut's hidden, that one's hidden. Coming over here, as you can see, they're pretty much flush. You're not going to be able to get something on that. One, it's locked into that plate. So even if you could get a wrench on that, you're not going to be able to turn it. You're going to have to break this steel or break these grade A bolts, which in my opinion is a pretty fantastic game plan that they have. Like I said, this other one is really just there to fill in this bolt head, and to just kind of give it a little bit more support, because this is technically holding on your hitch now. You could probably run it without it, but you know, hey, we'd rather be a little safe than a little sorry. Especially, bam, done. There's nothing else to be done on that. That's not going nowhere. You're not breaking that. So let's get this other lock put on and go from there. We're going to try it 2 different ways. Well, alright, so technically I don't see, like I said, I know some of their models fits the chains. This one, I don't see it fitting the chains, which honestly, I don't think it really matters. I mean, once you get everything lined up, it's going to come all the way to the front. Make sure everything's lined up. Take your lock, pretty simple. Put it in there, lock it. You ain't breaking it off. Chains are going to stay in their store position. I don't really see the need to put your chains up in there. Once again, maybe a lighter trailer, yes. This trailer is grossed at about $16,000. So with that being said, I don't see really, you need to be hooked up to the ball. I mean, unless you're bringing equipment in, but hey, if it's locked up the way it's supposed to be with Provenlocks, I don't see where you're going to run into that issue. The clearance they give on it is just enough to take it on and off, but actually trying to take this, like undo this to remove it, not happening. Well thought design, well thought process of how they do things here. Like I said, we might have to do a little adjustments when we hook it up to the F250. The hitch on that truck is a Gen Y torsion hitch. So we go from there. But other than that, I appreciate y'all watching. Keep an eye out for our next video. Like I said, I'm not too sure what it's going to be just yet, but something interesting, I can give you that one. Other than that, hope y'all have a great time. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.